Welcome to Narayan Video online classes. Already in the previous episodes, we already completed the two lessons. So corresponding to that, today onwards we will start objective questions. Already our college will provide objective materials for you. So from that, we want to discuss some of the synopsis and the related questions in the classes. So already we completed two lessons. That is, one is solutions, another one is haloalkanes and haloarenes. So today we will start a lesson. What we discuss, that is solutions. So in solutions we discussed various topics. So we already discussed what is the definition of the solution, and next we discuss the types of the solutions. So based on the physical state, the solutions are classified into three types. So we have solid and liquid and gas. So we want to take the combinations. We have solid with three combinations, liquid with three combination, gas with three combination. Total we have 9 types of the solution. That is based on the solute and the solvent. Suppose solid is a solute, we have the combinations solid in liquid, solid in gas, solid in solid. Here we get 3. And liquid we have liquid in gas, liquid in solid, and liquid and liquid. That is 3 types of solutions. And here we have gas in solid, gas in liquid, gas in gas. So total how many combinations we have? 9 combinations are there. Already in the previous episode we already give one table on the 9 types of the solutions. 9 types of the solutions. So here we maybe get one of the question based on that they give the type of solution. So they asking whether this comes under what type of the solution. Suppose they give some glucose in water. Suppose the example is given like this glucose in water, or we can say glucose solution comes under what type of solution they asking for. Here glucose is a solute. Okay, so solute means what state it is a glucose level in solid state. What and what here? Liquid state. It is comes under what type of solution? Solid and liquid type of the solution. Suppose you want to take gas in gas type of solution. Okay, and we have liquid and liquid type of solution, solid and solid type of solution. You can observe the table. You will get one question from this classification of the solution. Okay, very important table. So mainly the concentration toward this table. We maybe get one question in the object exam like KSET or Siemens or NEET exam. And next we have some of the terms that is solute and solvent. Solute, what is the term? And one more we have solvent. So solute means the quantity of the component is very less, and solvent means the component which is present in larger quantity or more quantity we are calling it a solvent. This is the basic terms we have to know in the solution. Now we have the concentration. Already we know the term concentration. What is concentration? The amount of solute present in a unit volume of the solution. The amount of solute present in a unit volume of the solution, we have concentration only. For identifying concentrations, we have different types of the concentration terms are there. And here we have mass percentage, and here we have volume percentage, and one more we have mass by volume percentage. Mass by volume percentage, and one more we have ppm. Okay, parts per million. And one more we have molarity, and we have mole fraction, mole fraction, and one more we have molality. Okay, these are the main factors: mass percentage, volume percentage, mass by volume percentage, ppm, molarity, mole fraction, molarity, and one more term also we have normality. So these are the main concentration terms we have to use in the calculation part. Mainly we can concentrate on ppm, molarity, mole fraction, molality, and normality only. Just we have discussed the formulas related to this all the concentration terms, and we can discuss the questions mainly on this concentration terms. How to we find out the concentration? Sometimes they are asking weight of the substance, sometimes they are asking molarity of the substance, sometimes they are asking volume of the substance. They are asking only. So these are the main concentration related formulas we have used in this chapter. Now let us see the formulas on this concentration terms. Already I wrote on the board. The first one we have mass percentage. What are the formula I am writing here? W, you can imagine small w. Small w plus small w plus capital W into 100. What is small w? It is the weight of the solute. What is the capital W? This is the weight of the solvent. If you know the formula, weight of solute by weight of solution into 100. Small w represent here weight of solute, capital W represent weight of the solvent, small w plus capital W represent the weight of the solution. Let us see the second formula. We have volume percent over. Okay, volume of the solute present in 100 ml of the solution. That we are calling as which one? Volume percent only. Small v by small v plus capital V into 100. In the same manner, here small v represent volume of the solute. Capital V represent volume of the solvent. Small v plus capital V represent volume of the solution. Now come to we have the next concentration term, mass by volume. What is this mass by volume? Mass of the solute present in 100 ml of the solution. We are calling as mass by volume. So W can represent weight of the solute or mass of the solute by V, volume of the solution into what? 100 over. And next one we have ppm. Okay, what is the full form of ppm? Parts per million. Parts per million. I wrote formula here. Weight of the solute by weight of the solution into 10 power 6 over. Here we can expand the formula. We can use this formula in different manners. Volume of the solute by volume of the solution into 10 power 6. Mass, number of moles of solute by total number of moles of the solution to 10 power 6 we are using. Based on the given information, we can choose the formula. Okay, that is ppm. And then next one we have molarity. Molarity always denoted by capital M. What is molarity? Number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of the solution we are calling as molarity. Molarity M is equal to weight of the solute by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1000 by billion ml. And one more formula also I wrote here. M is equal to N by V. Here V in what means here liter. V in what means liter. Sometimes we have to use these two formulas to identify the calculations related to which one means molarity. Very simple formulas. Molarity M is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by billion ml. Our molarity M is equal to number of moles of the solute by volume in liter. So weight by gram molecular is the formula for which one means number of moles of it. Already we discussed some dilution formulas in the solution chapter. And one more we have the next concentration term, that is mole fraction denoted by capital X only. So XA, what is A? A means you can imagine that is a solute. What is B? B is a solvent. What is the definition of this mole fraction means? It is a ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all components in the solution. Already you know the solution contains we have two components. One component is solute, imagine that is XA, and one component is mole fraction, suppose you can find that is XB. Now what is the formula here? XA is equal to Na by Na plus Nb. XB is equal to Nb by Nb by Na plus Nb. If you want to add these two, then what you will get here? XA plus XB is equal to 1. From on this we can write XA is equal to 1 minus XB, or we will write here XB is equal to 1 minus XA. So we have to use these two formulas. Not only these two formulas. So maximum mole fraction we are getting in one question. Okay, in object exam, they give the weight of the solute and solvent, and we have to find out the mole fraction of the solute or solvent. If you know solute mole fraction, you can easily find out the solid mole fraction by using these two formulas only. But basically what we have to identify the number of moles. If number of moles is given, no problem. If it is not given, what the formula we can use? Number of moles n is equal to weight by gram molecular weight. We can use that formula and we can do the calculations which are related to which one means mole fraction. And the next one we have molality. Molality is generally denoted by small m only. Molality small m is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by weight of the solvent. This is solvent only. This is what? Solute. Weight of the solute by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1000 by W in grams. So we can use the calculations related to which one? Molality only. And one more very important we have, that is normality only. So normality we have, it is represented by n only. What is normality? Number of gram equivalents of the solute present in V liter of the solution, that we are calling as normality. Normality is equal to the smaller represent what? Number of gram equivalent weights. Number of gram equivalent weights of the solute present in V liter of the solution, that we are calling as what? Normality. Normality n is equal to n by V liter. We can expand n here. Small capital N is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by V in ml. So this is the formula we are using here to identify the normality of the solution. So what are the units of this normality? Gram equivalent per liter. What are the units of this molality? Mole per kg. Mole per kg. What are the units of this molarity? This is mole per liter. Here n is there. N means moles, V means what here? Liter. Mole per liter. Here we can say mole per kg. Or we can write here M is equal to N by W in kilograms. Okay, units you are getting what? Units you are getting here mole per liter. Here we are getting units what? Mole per kg. Here what are the units you are getting? Gram equivalent per liter. Let us see how to identify the gram equivalent weight of acids, bases or salts. Let us take first again acids. Acids we have to identify the number of replaceable H plus ions. That gives what here some information to identify the gram equivalent weight of the acid salt. So if you take gram equivalent weight of acid, okay, let us I am writing an example HCl, H2, SO4, some H3, PuO4, etc. If you take HCl, it will give how many H plus ion? Only one H plus ions. So we are writing for acid, suppose you have to call it as here N factor. N factor. So N factor for HCl how much here? Only one H plus ion replaced. So I am writing here N factor is equal to 1. Now come to here H2SO4. H2SO4 gives how many H plus ions here? 2 H plus ions. So what is the N factor here? N factor is equal to 2. Come to this H3PO4. They give H plus ions how much means here? 3 H plus ions here. N factor is equal to 3 only. So generally what is the formula we are using to identify the gram equivalent weight of acid here? Gram equivalent weight of acid is equal to, okay, gram molecular weight by N factor. Gram molecular weight by N factor. I am writing here gram equivalent weight of acid is equal to gram molecular weight by N factor. If you want to identify the N factor, from that N factor you have to identify what? Gram equivalent weight of the acid. We have already discussed so many examples in the solution chapter only. These are actually 1 or 2 examples only. And come to this one, bases only. And bases sample you are taking here NaOH, BaOH taking 2 times, AlOH taken 3 times. Sodium hydroxide, barium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide. It give how many OH minus ions means it give only one OH minus ion, that is the dissociation of Na plus and what? OH minus ions. Barium hydroxide, you can see here we will get 2 OH minus ions. So what is the N factor we have? N factor is equal to 2 only. Aluminum hydroxide dissociate into Al plus 3 plus 3 OH minus, it give 3 OH minus ion. So N factor I am writing how much by here? 3 1. So same manner for bases we are writing, suppose gram equivalent weight of base is equal to what you can write here? Gram molecular weight of the base by N factor. Gram molecular weight of the base by N factor. Now come to this one, source total charge on cation or anion. Let us see one example. We have NaCl, here CaCl2, or you can take here some AlCl3. NaCl dissociate to Na plus and Cl minus. So here CaCl2 dissociate into Ca2 plus and 2Cl minus. AlCl dissociate into Al plus 3 and 3Cl minus. What is the charge of cation here? Here cation is Na plus. The charge of the cation is 1 only. Here Cl minus you can take 1. Anyone you can take. That may be cation or what? Anion. I am writing in N factor is equal to 1. Come to calcium chloride. Dissociate into Ca plus 1 to Cl minus. So what is the charge of Ca? Plus 2. How many negative ions we have? 2 negative ions are there. So what is the N factor we are writing? N factor is equal to 2 only. Here AlCl will dissociate into Al plus 3Cl minus. What is the charge of Al? Plus 3. What is the charge of Cl? 3 minus. So what is the N factor we are writing here? 3 only. The same number we can write here, gram equivalent weight. Gram equivalent weight of salt is equal to gram molecular weight by the N factor in case of which one? Salt.